Have you ever looked at your life and wondered, why did this happen to me? Why the betrayal? Why the anxiety? Why the illness? Why the loss? Why the abuse? Why the disappointment? If we're honest, most of us have asked those questions at some point. Pain has a way of making us question everything. It can make us question ourselves. It can make us question other people. Sometimes it can even make us question God. But today I want to ask a different question. What if God still has a purpose for your pain? Notice I didn't say God caused every painful thing. The Bible never teaches that every tragedy is God's desire. We live in a broken world. People make harmful choices. Bad things happen. But God specializes in something remarkable. He takes what was meant for harm and begins creating something beautiful from it. Think about Joseph, sold into slavery by his own brothers, wrongfully imprisoned, forgotten by people he helped. For years it looked like his life had fallen apart. Yet later Joseph said, "You intended to harm me, but God intended it for good." The same event, two purposes, one human, one divine. God did not approve of the evil done to Joseph, but he refused to let the evil have the final word. Some of you are carrying wounds from years ago. Maybe someone abused your trust. Maybe a relationship ended. Maybe a church hurt you. Maybe anxiety has followed you for years. Maybe depression feels like a constant companion. The pain is real. The loss is real. But your pain is not the end of your story. One of the greatest lies suffering tells us is, this is all there is. This will never change. Nothing good can come from this. Yet Scripture repeatedly shows us something different. The cross looked like defeat. Then came the resurrection. The tomb looked like the end. Then came new life. The disciples thought hope was gone. Then Jesus appeared alive. God has always been in the business of bringing life from places that look hopeless. Sometimes God uses pain to develop compassion. The person who has suffered often becomes the person best equipped to help others. Sometimes God uses pain to deepen faith. When everything else is shaken, we discover that Christ remains. Sometimes God uses pain to redirect us. Doors close, plans change, dreams fall apart. Only later do we realize God was leading us somewhere better. Pain is a terrible teacher, but it can be an effective one. Many of the qualities we admire most in people, wisdom, empathy, patience, perseverance, are often forged through difficulty. The goal is not to glorify suffering. The goal is to recognize that suffering does not have to be wasted. God can redeem what others meant for harm. He can bring healing from brokenness. He can bring purpose from pain. He can bring hope from despair. And perhaps the greatest truth is this: you never suffer alone. Jesus understands suffering. He was betrayed, rejected, mocked, abandoned, crucified. He understands pain not from a distance, but from experience. And because he suffered, he is able to walk with us through our suffering. So if you're in a difficult season right now, don't lose hope. The chapter you're living is not the entire book. The storm you're facing is not your final destination. The pain you're carrying is not your identity. God may still be writing a story you cannot yet see. One day you may look back and realize that what seemed like the end was actually the beginning of something God was building all along. Hold on, keep praying, keep trusting, keep moving forward, because if God can bring resurrection from a cross, He can bring purpose from your pain.